Okay, so now I'm picking up an energy where someone and someone's energy was trying to make it seem like you weren't doing enough. Like trying to make it seem like you're slacking in some way. I don't know what this is about exactly, but that's the energy I'm getting. Like they try to make it seem like you just aren't putting enough effort into something. But I don't know why they would do this. I'm trying to see what Spirit is saying to me. They wanted to make it seem like you weren't doing anything, like you weren't making any type of moves. Okay, so I feel like this is like I heard scare tactic, but it's not scare tactic. It's like reverse psychology. There you go. That's what it is. So if I tell them that they're not doing anything, then they're not going to do anything. And I find that funny just because it's like, what? But if you tell someone enough that they're worthless, they'll begin to believe that. And I feel like this is the tactic that this person has used on you. And for some reason, I'm feeling like it's a parent. I just heard parent. Okay, if it's not a parent, then it's someone that's very close to you that you actually do value their opinion. And so you felt disrespected, like, excuse me? Because you know it was coming from a place of confrontation. It wasn't like from a place of encouragement or of an opportunity to teach something. It was kind of just thrown at you to make you feel some type of way. It feels messy, like somebody just trying to be messy with you, and it affected you for a little while. It may still affect you now because you actually value what this person says to you, but it's someone close to you. And this is someone that you actually do want to be proud of you. You know, as much as we might not want to admit it, you appreciate when someone acknowledges your hard work, even though many of us still continue to move regardless of who acknowledges. But it's like emotionally supportive acceptance of energy that you could take part in when someone around you is willing to acknowledge good that you've done. Now I'm hearing people often tell you about what you've done wrong, but you less often hear people tell you what you've done right. And I think that's a problem. I think that's a bad thing. I don't think that should be that way. Of course, things that are not done properly should be addressed somehow, but it can be done in a certain way where it's like productive and it doesn't make someone feel as though they're not doing enough, or makes them feel incompetent or something like that. But individuals in your life have often told you what you're doing wrong, more so than what you're doing right. And there's times when you've actually seen that you've improved in certain spaces, where you began to change your ways and you started doing things in an improved way. Like you made the improvements for yourself so that you can live better, feel better, be better. But then the ones that were closest to you, they didn't say nothing. Like they didn't say anything. And some of them acted like they didn't see anything at all. You know, and you would expect the ones that have seen you at your worst to be able to tell you when you're at your best, or at least better than you were before, right? But unfortunately, it's not always like that. Only the real ones can actually be like, you know what, I do see a change in you. I see something. And it's even more genuine when someone tells you what they see in you and you don't even have to like fish for it. You know, I don't feel like you should ever like try to fish for that type of energy from anyone, because I feel like it should just be a given. And whatever you do it for God. Okay? You do it for the Creator. Whatever hard work you put in, you put that hard work in for God. And God and all of the angels that are in the spirit realm will root for you, as they always do. They never stop, you know. That's continual. That's a continual, they're like your cheerleaders. Your spiritual, etheric cheerleaders, always hoping that you do your best. And I say hope because we have a will. And some of us don't always choose one of the best outcomes in our life. Some of us choose the route that is not beneficial in one's life. My phone was ringing, it distracted me. I wanted to see who it was, but I was saying some choose what's not beneficial in their life, and they suffer the consequences for the choices that they make. Right? But you chose to do something better for self, and you've done the shift on your own successfully. And there could have been a time where you wanted acknowledgement from a certain someone and they didn't give it to you. So you found a way to allow your energy to feel a sense of comfort just in oneself. Because when you're able to be your own cheerleader, that's when you really win. When you're able to, even though it's kind of sad that has to happen to many of us, to where you don't have anybody around you that's like down for you and that cheers you on, because this life is hard. It's not easy. So when you have someone around you that's like your rider, they like a rider, because they're always there and they're always there to lift you up. That's a real one. Like, that's a real one when you have someone like that in your life. And I feel like it's even more beautiful when you're in a romantic relationship with someone and they do that for you. That is, I think, one of the most beautiful gifts one can receive. Because many times there's like weird dynamics in romantic relationships where there will be like this power dynamic, and it messes up the ability for each party to support each other in such a way. You know, it's that ego. That's when the ego gets in the way for real. But when two people can uplift each other and just win together, that's beautiful. So what else am I getting from this? I haven't gotten a charm in a while, you know. I've been forgetting to get my little charms. So I'm going to get one, being that I just thought about it, because I haven't used them. I forgot about my tiny charms. Let me see. This looks like an egg. Doesn't this look like a sunny side up egg? I know it's supposed to be like a flower or a daisy, maybe, but it also looks like an egg. So that's the first thing that came to mind. So I'm going to just go with that. Egg. Somebody wants to get you pregnant. Or you want to get somebody pregnant, depending on who I'm speaking to. What else? You are the sun to someone. You give them life. You give them power, like energy. Someone feels energized on a different type of level after they experience you. There's something about experience and light and babies and what else? I heard protein shake. Maybe somebody's working out or they work out a lot. Because I've seen somebody eat eggs before. Like, I know that's protein, but some people just suck down the whole egg, like straight like that. So maybe somebody does that, or maybe you've seen that before. But the first thing that came to mind is a baby. So maybe some of you want a child. Just prepare yourself before you have one. I think that's the only advice for that. Let me see what else, because that's kind of out of context when it comes to what I was speaking about. So let me see what else. Oh, okay. So you could be working on something, and that could be your baby. You know how you work on, you have an idea, and you're in the process of building and organizing, and that project becomes your baby, and eventually you do birth it. Because once the project is done, then it is going to be in use. So maybe some of you are pregnant with ideas. I'm getting pregnant either in the physical, or it's like a spiritual pregnancy where something is ready to be birthed because of the work that you've put in and because of the desires that you have to create. Many of you are creators. I feel like we all are, but some people just are not tapped into that aspect of self. But for who I'm speaking to, in this message, clearly you are someone who is fruitful. And I say that because the message started out with someone trying not to make it seem that you're not as great as you are. People just have a tendency to have trouble giving people their flowers, like, giving people respect. Some people just have trouble with that. And it's like, maybe I shouldn't use the word respect, but showing love. Like showing love to someone who is supportive of you, or who is trying to work at their most optimal level to be there for those around them. But sometimes you just feel as though you are not seen in such a way. And I just feel like you're someone who doesn't ask for much. You don't ask for much. You give more than you receive. And I feel like that's really it might be getting to some of you, because you give more than you receive. So sometimes you're expecting a certain something, and it'll be different for everyone. But what you're expecting, you don't see. And I feel like it's just a certain level of love. It's something about love. Maybe you're in like a family that doesn't really show love. Like I wanted to say loveless, but I don't think it's completely loveless. You just know how some people don't show affection like other people might show affection. That's the energy I'm getting. Like you just so happen to be placed in a family that doesn't really show much affection, or placed around individuals that are type cold. They have like a coldness to them. So being that they have that coldness, you know that the warmth is missing, and right now you need that. There's something about you needing that warmth. Okay? Express this to God in your quiet, alone times when you're in solitude, and the Creator will see you through and create a pathway for you to receive that love that you're looking for. Because there's this warmth that you're missing and you want it. And you can have it. It's already yours, really. It's just about being real about it, acknowledging it, and then giving it to God. You give it to God, God will give you ideas on how to put yourself in a position to receive what you're looking for. Because it's not like, I feel like it's not like you're looking for it for like vain reasons. I feel like it's an emotional thing. I feel like it's an emotional aspect of you that has been cold. It feels cold, and you don't want it to be cold anymore. You're over that. Like, I'm done. I'm ready for love now. And it feels like overall love. It feels like you would appreciate love from family. You would appreciate love in a romantic relationship. It's just about love. That's what it's about. And that's what I'm feeling here. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful request. Like, and I feel as though certain things, right, that we ask for, we don't need them. We just be asking for things that we just don't need. But when it comes to love, we need that. Just like I think about babies, right? Babies, there's a study where it talks about how the brain development of a child is enhanced, or maybe improved, not really enhanced, but it improves when they have consistent bonding time, skin to skin touch. And I feel like that does not end just in infancy. I feel like that's something that is required throughout life. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I truly feel that way, because that's that connection, that's that true, it's like a soul bond, like a soul connection. And when you have that, I just heard twin flame. I don't really talk about the twin flame like that, because I feel like there's like more to it when it opposites and differences in two different people or two different scenarios. I feel like it could go in a bunch of different ways. So, but I did just hear twin flame for whoever, you know, takes on that topic. But it's just one of those, I feel as though the warmth of love, I heard it's a relaxant. Sometimes people can't relax because they don't have love. Sometimes people can't relax because they don't have love, so they always feel a little off because there's something missing, and some people don't even know what it is. They just know that something is missing. And it's love. And you do deserve love for whoever feels like they don't. I don't know what happened in the past for someone to feel that way, because I heard I don't deserve love. You should never feel that way, that you don't deserve love. If you know that you're willing to give love, you deserve love. Now, if you're someone who doesn't want to show love and give love, then hey, you get what you give. But if you're someone who is an open giver of love and appreciation, that is what you will receive. So even if you feel as though it's been years and you haven't received the love and appreciation and acknowledgement that you feel as though you should, it may not be here right now. You may not perceive it at this time. However, it's already yours. You have it already. You just haven't seen it in the physical yet. So physically, it has to catch up with you. But spiritually, you already have it. Just hold on to that and know that, and trust in your relationship with the Creator. And eventually, you'll see exactly what you've been wanting. It's already there. Okay, my loves, I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. Always remember, everything you do, do it with love. The Creator is in you, and the magic is too, because you're magic. Much love to you. I'll see you in the next video.